What is up, guys? Jake from One Hive with our next Theorycraft video. This one's titled The Butterfly Effect. And I don't know how many of you out there are familiar with that. Possibly some of you that are a little older might have seen the movie that came out years ago. But the premise is this, that everything you do has an effect that is much larger than just that action. Obviously in the movie it was about time travel basically, and the slightest of changes, the slightest of adjustments can ripple through time to alter things drastically. Now, when we're talking about it, we're talking about it Clash of Clans, and we're talking about a 3-minute window of time, your attack. But it has the same effect. It has the same theory behind it. The smallest of adjustments, the smallest of changes in your attack strategy, maybe even something, the smallest of changes in your troop level can change the outcome of the raid. And we're going to sort of break this into two parts. One is talking about deployment, spell placement, things like that that can have drastic changes. It might seem very minor, but it can change the entire outcome of a raid. And then the next thing we're going to talk about is heroes. To touch on the first part of it, you guys have seen it partially now in the cleanup attacks. Sometimes they bring almost the exact same army composition, and it's just the way they deploy their troops. It's just where they place their spells. Little bitty things turn 2 stars or 1 stars into 3 stars. And it can happen as simple as, okay, I decided to spread my hogs as opposed as keep them together, or I place my kill squad on the wrong side of a building so they pathed away from the archer queen instead of towards it. Minor adjustments, little bitty things, but it ripples, it changes. And I know you guys have probably done it in your own raids. You drop something, you fat finger a spell. You've seen me do it. That's a little larger thing, but all of these tiny things can add up to totally different outcomes in your war attacks. So I guess what I'm saying there is no detail is too small. When you're planning your attack, when you're doing your attack, things like offsetting, you saw it right there in the video, offsetting your wall breakers away from splash damage. All of those tiny things you have to plan for, and no detail is too small. You've seen me talk about it in live attacks where I say, okay, I'm going to place the witches and the wizards and my queen on this side of the building because I want them to path this direction. Take all of those things into consideration, because maybe you did the attack the exact same way, but that one thing that you didn't do, all of a sudden now you've lost a witch when you wouldn't have, or your X-bow locks onto your queen when it would have locked onto a golem. And the next thing you know, you don't have enough cleanup troops for the 3-star, and it's something that you could have adjusted, you could have changed, and you could have got the win. Now, in the second time, we'll go ahead and transition here into the next thing that I want to touch on, but along the same lines is your heroes. I know a lot of people are guilty of it because I see a lot of people with low-level heroes and everything else maxed out. You think, okay, you look at that, you start to upgrade your king, and you look at it and it's 60 hit points. And it's, we're not even talking about going from like level 9 to level 10 where the ability changes. That's a little bit bigger. But just the normal upgrade from level 8 to level 9, okay? And you look at it and you say, that's a lot of dark, elixir. I could, save a little bit more and upgrade my Valks or whatever. It's not a big difference. But the butterfly effect takes... it works in this scenario too, because what if that king having that 65 hit points takes one more shot from a defensive building, and during that one more shot a wizard or the archer queen or another troop takes down that inferno tower that you're after, or takes down that X-bow that would next lock on to some of your kill squad, or takes down whatever. You see what I'm saying? And then now that troop that would have died continues to fight. And it has that ripple effect across the entire raid. It can literally mean the difference in a 3-star versus a 2-star. If you don't take every opportunity, min-maxing in this game. I don't know if you guys know what min-maxing is. In a lot of games, you can adjust your characters and you put points and different things. This game doesn't have that. We all get to play with the same troops once we max our troops. So min-maxing in Clash of Clans is attention to detail. It's attention to your plan. It's attention to upgrading your troops and continue, not slacking on that. High-level heroes are a huge thing in this game. You've got to pay attention to every single detail because it can change in one shot, one troop going down, one building living that had one, just one more shot from your queen or one more shot from that wizard can change the outcome of the entire raid. I hope this makes sense to you guys because the moral of the story, the take home today is no detail is too small. You've got to plan it all out. You've got to think about everything when you're talking about high level raiding because the slightest of details can change your outcome of your raid. I hope you guys liked it. Hope we get some more videos out. Again, sorry about the replay getting wiped out, so I'm short on content, but I'm going to catch up, I promise you guys. Have a great weekend. Till next time, Jake from One Hive reminding you guys to suck less.